Thank you for joining us for your September 28th, 2010 parkerweather.info weather update. Well, if we look at a current 500 millibar chart, that is what we like to see if you live on the East Coast, a trough in the eastern United States and a ridge in the western United States. So it brings much cooler temperatures to us, but on the other hand, much warmer temperatures to the western United States. And there is the exact same thing at 200 millibars. Well, it actually cooled down a lot, and these were current temperatures a little bit earlier this afternoon. 74 in Atlanta, 70, 72 in parts of North Georgia, 69 in parts of northern Alabama. So very cool across the entire southeast. It was an absolutely gorgeous day yesterday and in today. Part of that was the reason when that system came through. Yes, it brought a lot of rain, as you can see in parts of central Georgia, the majority of South Carolina, but it also brought in those cool temperatures along with all that rain. So currently, though, our tropical weather outlook, 10% chance way off there, well to the west of the Cape Verde Islands. But what we're looking at is the tropical systems that we talked about yesterday and the day before that. Sure enough, like we said it would yesterday, Tropical 16 was announced today around 2 o'clock. And then this is a loop of Tropical Depression 16. It's kind of hard to see on the AVM, but there is a rotation along with this storm. And once we switch over to the visible, you'll be able to see it better. But yeah, a lot of convection on the southern side of the rotation, and then as that nears Cuba, it's going to strengthen up, go over Cuba, and then we'll go from there and see its strengthening tendencies. So look just south of the western lip on Cuba. You can definitely see that rotation on the visible satellite imagery. So the southern side of the storm is really, really powerful, and eventually that's going to swing northward and begin to impact the major inland areas of Cuba. So the majority of computer models, though, are in pretty good agreement about what this storm is going to do. They have it going north over Cuba and then into the Florida Keys and along portions of southern Florida, then back out into the Atlantic. And then once it hits that Gulf Stream, who knows what could happen? It could really reignite and become a much stronger storm. So that red line stretching from the depression all the way into England is that's not one of the models. That's if its projected motion continued in a straight line, that's where it would go. But those squiggly lines are going to be our models, and again, a lot of them are agreeing on a northward path into Florida and then back out into the Atlantic Ocean off the Georgia-South Carolina coast. So why is it going to steer that specific way? Well, we talked about it yesterday about that high pressure off in the Atlantic that sort of it's so dominant it forces weather systems to go around it. Now that high pressure earlier in the tropical season was much farther to the east, and that was steering storms off toward Bermuda and the Atlantic. Well, it shifted west a little bit, and now anything that develops in the Gulf region is going to slide into the southeast. So kind of an interesting situation we have. And then as that low begins, that high pressure isn't going to go anywhere. So anything that develops, again, is going to get steered directly into the Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama area. A lot of rain expected with this guy as well. Yesterday, they were thinking around a little under 10 inches, 9 inches in portions off the Carolina coast. Well, those numbers have backed off a little bit, but still 8.8 inches, little under 9, and then almost 8.5 off the South Carolina, North Carolina coast. That's actually, that's pretty significant over a 5-day period. So we're going to keep an eye on that. We're going to keep an eye on a lot of other stuff. So this is our current 300 millibar chart. And then as we go into the next couple of days, that trough is going to begin to start to move out of the area, and we're actually going to warm up a little bit. So here are our current high temperatures. It's been actually absolutely great in the eastern half of the United States, but look off into western. LA actually broke its all-time record at 113 degrees yesterday, so it was scorching over in LA and then in parts of southern Arizona, and then pretty much like it is in California, the valley was absolutely scorching all day as well. So actually a funny little thing about that, the temperature at the thermometer at the National Weather Service station actually broke. So it actually could have gotten higher than 113, but it broke at 113. So you notice over the next couple of days though, and this is by Thursday night, Thursday evening, another low pressure is going to allow a lot of cool air to just drop into the Ohio Valley. But on the other hand, when that happens, off to the west, much, much warmer air is going to slide into the western United States, bringing their temperatures drastically, drastically up. So, and then there's that cooler temperature sliding even farther south into the Ohio Valley and even into the northern portion of the southeast. And that high pressure is going to continue continue to funnel in warm air into the Four Corner States area, Nevada and California. So, thank you for joining us for the September 28th weather synopsis. Be sure to log onto our blog at parkerweather.info.blogspot.com and our website, parkerweather.info, for all your weather needs. Thanks and have a great day.